whatever you do, don't get ass shots. Actually remove my ass shots off my butt. I removed 95% of it. If you young, if you 19, if you 20, if you 21, and sometimes you too skinny, and you be like, oh my God, I don't got enough fat to put on my ass and everything, so you resort to ass shots, bitch, don't do it.
So Cardi B is getting mad over pics that were took of her while she was performing at Coachella and were posted on Getty, and she did not like it. And she actually requested and paid, I don't know who, to just remove these pics, because we see so much details about her body and it's looking exposed. And this is another pic, and there's a lot of other pictures. And she actually said that someone edited these pics and they were not real. But how could it be edited if it's posted on Getty? Like, I don't understand. And I'm not body shaming nobody. Like, you know, she looks good the way she looks. But also people got videos of her, so I don't know if this is real or this is fake, because normally Getty just like take the pics and just post it the way they are. But now they did remove them after she requested, and they posted another pics of her, like I feel like more from the front and not from the back, to not see what's going on in the back.
Cardi B just hit Coachella looking like her BBL was built in a sci-fi experiment gone wrong. The photographs, published by the prestigious Getty Images, depicted the global superstar in vivid, high-resolution detail, revealing aspects of her surgically enhanced figure that shocked fans and critics alike. Particularly notable were signs of apparent irregularities in the results of her past Brazilian butt lift procedures, which some observers described as distorted or unnatural in appearance. Almost immediately, social media platforms lit up with reactions ranging from disbelief to outright mockery, as memes, side-by-side comparisons, and speculative commentary began to flood timelines. The images spread at an astonishing speed, with TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram users dissecting every detail, fueling a relentless wave of public scrutiny. While Cardi B's commanding presence and undeniable performance skills were on full display, the viral focus shifted away from her artistry and zeroed in on the visual anomalies captured by the cameras, setting the stage for a much larger discussion about celebrity image and surgical enhancement culture. As public interest skyrocketed, the photographs continued to circulate unchecked, amplifying the controversy and forcing Cardi B into a defensive position that would unfold in the days to come. As the unfiltered photographs gained momentum online, reports quickly surfaced, suggesting that Cardi B was anything but indifferent to the fallout. According to insider sources and widespread fan speculation, the rapper allegedly reacted with visible outrage upon learning that Getty Images had published the candid shots without her approval or any prior warning. In what many are describing as a desperate attempt to control the narrative, Cardi is rumored to have paid a substantial amount of money to Getty in an effort to have the original images removed from their platform. This maneuver, however, did not escape public notice and only intensified the controversy, as critics and fans alike began to question what exactly Cardi was attempting to hide. Further complicating matters, Cardi B took to social media shortly afterward to address the situation, claiming that the now viral photographs had been edited or manipulated in a way that did not reflect her true appearance. However, this assertion raised even more eyebrows, as Getty Images maintains a well-established reputation for posting authentic, unaltered event photos that are uploaded directly from professional photographers without digital modifications. The claim appeared to contradict not only Getty's industry practices, but also the visual consistency between the professional photos and amateur fan shot videos that had started circulating. Cardi's public defense was met with skepticism from fans and media outlets alike, leading many to speculate whether her accusations against Getty were a genuine grievance or a calculated strategy to mitigate the intense public scrutiny now surrounding her Coachella appearance. Just as Cardi B attempted to challenge the authenticity of the now infamous Getty Images, the situation took a sharp turn when fan-shot videos from Coachella began to flood social media platforms, adding new layers of complexity to the unfolding narrative. These amateur recordings, captured from various angles across the festival grounds, appeared to validate the original photographs rather than refute them. depicting the same controversial features that had sparked the initial uproar. From TikTok to Twitter to Instagram stories, concertgoers shared footage showing Cardi in motion, performing with energy and charisma, but nonetheless displaying the very body modifications she had insisted were falsely portrayed. The consistency between the Getty images and fan videos made it increasingly difficult for Cardi's claims of photo manipulation to hold weight in the court of public opinion. As the visual evidence continued to mount, conversations about Cardi's appearance shifted from isolated online speculation to a widespread, almost inescapable media firestorm. Influencers, gossip sites, and entertainment news outlets picked up the story, amplifying the controversy to an even greater extent. For many observers, the flood of first-hand footage eliminated any lingering doubts about the authenticity of the original images, framing the situation not merely as an unfortunate case of bad photography, but as a potential indicator of deeper, more concerning issues related to surgical maintenance and health complications. With the internet buzzing and Cardi's credibility under fire, the narrative began to spiral further out of her control, setting the stage for yet another unexpected development that would fan the flames even higher. In the wake of escalating controversy and growing public scrutiny, Getty Images took a highly unusual step that only fueled further speculation about the severity of the situation. Observant fans and media outlets quickly noticed that the original set of unflattering Coachella images featuring Cardi B had been quietly replaced on Getty's platform with a new, carefully curated collection of photographs. Unlike the initial batch, which offered candid, multi-angle views of her performance, the updated gallery featured exclusively frontal shots, meticulously avoiding any depiction of her backside where the alleged surgical complications were most evident. This abrupt shift in visual presentation did not go unnoticed, and accusations of deliberate image control and behind-the-scenes influence began to swirl. While Getty has been considered a bastion of journalistic integrity when it comes to live event photography, the sudden and selective alteration of Cardi's public-facing imagery raised troubling questions about external pressure and celebrity privilege. Some commentators speculated that Getty's move may have been the result of legal threats or lucrative incentives, though no official statements were issued to confirm or deny such theories. For Cardi's critics, the updated photos served as indirect confirmation that there was indeed something she, and perhaps Getty itself, wanted hidden from public view. Meanwhile, Cardi's loyal supporters argued that curating flattering images was a reasonable step to protect a public figure's dignity, especially amid the relentless and often cruel social media climate. Regardless of where one stood, the episode underscored how swiftly narratives could be shaped, reshaped, and weaponized in the digital age, as powerful figures and corporations scrambled to manage fallout in real time. As the debate over the authenticity of the images and videos continued to rage, a more serious and concerning conversation began to emerge among medical professionals, cosmetic surgery experts, and informed fans alike. Beyond the surface-level mockery and viral memes, discussions shifted toward the potential health implications that could be underlying the visible distortions captured during Cardi B's Coachella performance. Experts in cosmetic surgery forums and social media spaces speculated that what appeared in the images might be symptomatic of post-operative complications common among patients who undergo multiple Brazilian butt lift procedures. Potential medical issues such as wound healing problems, fluid buildup known as seromas, fat necrosis, or even infection-related leakage were all cited as possibilities that could explain the unusual physical appearance. Medical professionals were quick to caution that without direct clinical evaluation, no definitive conclusions could be drawn, but the visual signs were concerning enough to warrant serious consideration. Some highlighted that repeated BBL surgeries inherently carry higher risks due to compromised tissue integrity, while others pointed out that post-surgical maintenance is a lifelong responsibility that can become increasingly complicated over time. Alarmingly, if untreated, such complications could lead to more severe health consequences, including chronic infections, tissue breakdown, and even life-threatening conditions. Throughout these discussions, a clear line was drawn between genuine medical concern and opportunistic public shaming, with many urging for a more compassionate perspective toward Cardi's situation. Nevertheless, the emergence of health-related theories added yet another dimension to the unfolding controversy, transforming what began as a viral photo scandal into a potentially serious health narrative with broader implications about the dangers of extreme body modification under the unforgiving gaze of public scrutiny. As Cardi B's situation continued to dominate headlines, a broader and more uncomfortable truth began surfacing in conversations beyond the immediate controversy: the immense, often unbearable pressure celebrities face to maintain perfect, unattainable images under the relentless gaze of public scrutiny. In today's hyper-visual culture, where high-definition cameras, social media magnification, and online commentary leave no flaw unseen, stars are pushed to chase ever-shifting beauty standards, often at great personal and physical cost. Cardi's case became a stark illustration of this phenomenon, revealing how the entertainment industry's obsession with aesthetic perfection can drive even the most successful and powerful individuals toward repeated cosmetic procedures, each riskier than the last. The demands are paradoxical. Celebrities are expected to look flawless and youthful indefinitely, yet the very moment any sign of surgical intervention becomes visible, they are subjected to brutal public backlash and ridicule. For Cardi B, the Coachella incident exposed how precarious this balance truly is. Years of effort, enhancements, and maintenance can unravel in the span of a few unguarded photographs, leaving a legacy built on artistry and talent, overshadowed by a single viral moment. Commentators pointed out that this culture of hypercriticism does not merely reflect individual vanity, but speaks to a systemic issue, one in which public figures are commodified and dehumanized, expected to meet impossible expectations without showing vulnerability. Cardi's ordeal thus ignited discussions about the need for a societal reckoning with how celebrity bodies are consumed and critiqued, highlighting the emotional and psychological toll such intense and unforgiving scrutiny can have on the very human individuals behind the fame. As the Cardi B controversy unfolded, it became increasingly evident that social media played a critical role not only in magnifying the situation, but also in shaping the narrative that would come to define it. Platforms like TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram acted as accelerators, spreading the Getty photographs and fan-shot videos with lightning speed, and creating an echo chamber where opinions hardened almost instantly. Viral trends such as meme challenges, side-by-side comparisons, and mock commentary quickly turned what could have remained a minor incident into a full-fledged reputational crisis. On TikTok, users analyzed every frame of Cardi's Coachella performance, offering armchair critiques of her appearance with millions of views per video. While on Twitter, hashtags related to the BBL disaster trended worldwide within hours. Meanwhile, Instagram became the epicenter for side-by-side photo comparisons and speculative posts, many of which garnered hundreds of thousands of likes and shares. The instantaneous spread of information and misinformation meant that Cardi B had little chance to get ahead of the story or shape her own narrative before public perception solidified against her. Social media's speed, reach, and relentless appetite for viral moments exposed how fragile a celebrity's image can be when placed in the crosshairs of public fascination and disdain. Moreover, it demonstrated the new reality for public figures. Once a damaging image or story gains traction online, it is nearly impossible to fully contain or erase it. For Cardi, the viral storm not only eclipsed her Coachella performance, but also reinforced the idea that in the digital age, fame and infamy are often separated by nothing more than a single ill-timed photo. In the wake of the explosive controversy, Cardi B's team found themselves thrust into full damage control mode, grappling with the daunting task of salvaging her public image while battling a narrative that was spiraling far beyond their control. industry insiders speculated that frantic behind-the-scenes efforts were underway to mitigate the fallout, including strategic social media posts, selective photo releases, and carefully worded public statements aimed at redirecting attention away from the viral images. In the world of celebrity public relations, rapid response strategies are critical when facing a reputational crisis, and Cardi's situation was no exception. Observers noted how her Instagram account suddenly featured a surge of highly polished, flattering images in the days following Coachella, an apparent attempt to reframe the public's visual memory and drown out the unfiltered photos with new controlled content. Simultaneously, her legal team was rumored to be exploring options for pressuring media outlets and unauthorized accounts to remove or suppress the damaging images wherever possible, though the effectiveness of such efforts in the age of digital virality remained highly questionable. Cardi's approach mirrored a classic celebrity crisis management playbook: deny, distract, and overwhelm the conversation with positive imagery and messaging. However, the sheer scale of the viral backlash made it clear that even the most seasoned PR maneuvers might not be enough to erase the lingering doubts now embedded in public consciousness. This unfolding battle between celebrity brand management and the uncontrollable power of social media served as a stark reminder that in today's environment, the court of public opinion often moves faster and hits harder than any official press release or carefully curated Instagram feed can possibly counter. Despite the overwhelming tide of criticism and viral mockery, an undercurrent of public sympathy for Cardi B began to emerge, illustrating the complicated and often contradictory nature of fame in the modern age. While countless social media users seized the opportunity to ridicule her appearance and speculate about her health, others pushed back against the cruelty, urging a more compassionate and nuanced view of the situation. Commentators, fans, and even some fellow celebrities highlighted the inhumanity of reducing a complex individual to a single moment of vulnerability captured on camera, reminding audiences that behind the polished public image was a real person grappling with immense pressure and scrutiny. This backlash against the backlash revealed the double-edged sword of viral fame. The same platforms that had amplified Cardi's embarrassment were also capable of generating empathy, reframing the narrative from one of mockery to one of concern. Discussions expanded to address the broader implications of how society treats women, particularly women of color, in the public eye, exposing how harsh and unforgiving the beauty standards imposed on them can be. Cardi's situation became a rallying point for conversations about body autonomy, surgical stigma, and the impossible expectations placed on celebrities to maintain physical perfection at all costs. Even amid the storm, many voices called for grace, understanding, and a recognition of the emotional toll that public humiliation can exact. Yet, as always, the internet's attention was fickle, and while some offered Cardi their support, others continued to circulate memes and jokes at her expense, demonstrating how quickly sympathy could be overshadowed by the insatiable appetite for spectacle and scandal that drives online discourse. As the immediate frenzy surrounding Cardi B's Coachella appearance gradually began to settle, a broader and far more important conversation started to take shape, one that extended well beyond the specifics of her individual controversy. Analysts, cultural commentators, and even healthcare professionals seized upon the moment to examine the dangerous intersections between celebrity culture, cosmetic surgery, body image, and societal expectations. Cardi's experience became a symbol of the impossible standards that modern celebrities are held to, where maintaining an idealized image is not merely encouraged, but demanded, often at the expense of personal health and well-being. The discussion also highlighted how cosmetic enhancements, once stigmatized and hidden, are now paradoxically both normalized and harshly critiqued when results deviate from an imagined perfection. Cardi's situation illuminated the intense psychological and emotional pressure that drives many public figures into an endless cycle of surgical interventions, risking their physical health to meet ever-escalating aesthetic ideals that remain ultimately unattainable. Furthermore, it raised uncomfortable questions about the ethics of public consumption, how audiences simultaneously glamorize celebrity beauty transformations while ruthlessly punishing any visible flaw or human imperfection. Media outlets and commentators urged for a shift in how society engages with these narratives, advocating for more responsible reporting, greater empathy, and an acknowledgement that public figures, despite their fame and fortune, are not immune to the vulnerabilities and struggles shared by all people. As Cardi B promised her fans she would continue performing and living unapologetically. Her story remained a potent reminder that in the pursuit of perfection, both stars and society must confront the real, often hidden costs of an image-obsessed culture, one viral moment at a time. What do you think really happened at Coachella? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives like this.